Every week, a guest speaker is invited out to Wicklow to share their experiences with the group. Tonight's speaker is writer and comedian Brendan O'Carroll.
Where in the name of God is this? I swear to God, the further we were getting into the mountains, I thought somebody's going to bury me out here. And tell me this, is it what you expected it to be?
No. More. It's better. Better than what I expected it to be.
When they talk about having a school experience, I see my kids now have all been through school, and they are having a school experience.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call what I did going to school, it wasn't really a school experience. You went in, and I'm not talking about getting bet and getting smacked and all this. In a lot of cases we would have deserved it.
Too many pupils.
48 in our class.
Yeah, we were the same.
48 in our class. I haven't, and the roll was called out in Irish. So like there was a fella called like Mahula Maha Maha Harsh, and by the time we finished the roll it was time to go home. We said, okay, thanks very much, everybody go home now. My ma was a bit of a genius is really what I'm saying. And it was that really got us educated. Now I went to school with darned elbows but I was spotless. Lino in the soles of my shoes, but they were polished within an inch of their life. And she'd sit me and she'd tie me laces and she'd pinch me chin and she'd say, you can be anything you want to be. And I grew up believing I could be anything I wanted to be. That nobody would stand in my way. So that you don't get in school.
That's right.
One thing I did pick up on him there now was what he said was, you can be anything you want to be. And when you say that to your kids, because Jordan now is very fond of music and he's into music, he plays the keyboard. And I always kind of say to him, like, you're good, you know, you're good at what you do, you play beautiful music, and I'm always praising him. And with Jordan, he'd be there at the table and he'd be saying, Mommy, can you help me with this? Like, and I'd say, I'll do it in a minute now, Jordan. I'd never say I can't do it, but I'd say, I will, I'll help you in a minute. But I knew I couldn't. And now I can, you know, I can go over there and I can kind of say, well, try it this way, like, you know, it's, you know, and I've interest because I know I can, where I couldn't before, do you know what I mean? And that was an awful thing.
By the time I was diagnosed as dyslexic, I'd already written two novels. And when I did the test, she said, you're classic dyslexic. I said, I can't be. I've written 2 books. And she said, well, Leonardo da Vinci was dyslexic. And she went through a list of them. Einstein was dyslexic.
You mentioned the word dyslexic. In what area?
Sequence. Sequence.
Sequence.
I knew all the days of the week, but I didn't know which order they came in.
Cool.
When you be writing a word, sometimes you write for bold and the B-L-O-D instead of B-O-L-D. I knew all the letters, they just came out in the wrong order for me. I was aware of it in a kind of a roundabout way. I was aware that this was the case, that everybody was learning something one way and I couldn't learn it that way. So I would find a way to learn it myself. And that's how I learned to learn. But you know what they call that in America now? Thinking outside the box. I didn't know it was that. So there you go, dyslexia had me thinking outside the box before thinking outside the box was invented.
Everyone has changed down there. You can see a change in everyone. Like from the time that we first met on that bus, and when I think back, you know, you say, that doesn't seem to be the same person. Like, I think we're all standing tall.
The very first time I was in the university, I went to UCD to do a gig for the students. And this guy who was the student rep met me and said to me, oh, come on, I'll show you around. And he started showing me around the university. Oh, jeez, I swear to God, I could have sat down and cried. If I had known that this was here, that was possible, there's no way I would have left school. I would have tried everything I could, but I had no idea. I mean, where I was in school, beyond the school gate was work.
I'd missed the whole album, to be honest, because, I mean, I don't know, but I think we're all kind of close now, and it'd be a big change from me and not being in a group, London, but I wish the whole album the best of luck.
Every student has to prepare a personal project for the final presentation next week. Paul's presentation is about his love of horses.
I am going to work on a project on horses because they are fascinating.
Now, to see that word, fascinating, will you write it again down there? So it's fast, sin, C-I-N, ing. Okay.
I used to have a horse. Her name was Rose. She was kind of a red with a black face, a man. I loved her because she loved me too.
Alright, Pa.
What's the story?
What do you think?
I love
That grand, Andy.
Yeah.
Do you want to jockey this one?
Yeah. Stacey's my friend from Tala, and she's had organising 2 horses for me to go out and jockey one of them, and her as well. You know, I ended up going into Smithfield. I've never jockeyed a horse in my life, and I ended up buying one. And I just learned from there then. So I mean, like Stacey taught me, like a few people, and then it just comes natural to you when you get onto the horse. Like it's like riding a bike; it just comes to you natural.
Paul always lived around the area, and he was doing grand and all in school, and then he just went down the other road, you know. And 2 of us used to jockey up and down these fields all since he had his horse. Remember when you had your old horse, all the horses wanted almost to grab the grass. Don't let them grab the grass, just you're in control. You show him his boss.
See, friends at home are more closer to because I know them all my life. You know what I mean? With people on the street, you only know them a couple of months, or probably a year or 2 or whatever, you know what I mean? But with people at home, I know them all my life.
When I found out Paul had a place of his own, I actually did say, Paul, that's great, that's your own bit of independence. I mean, he deserves it. He has been trying his best, and then there's times where he was so low, life was that low. He'd hit rock bottom, and then when I found out he got a house, he has a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful baby. I mean, it's a great bit of independence for Paul. Paul does need it. And then maybe in a few years, Paul could get himself a job, his girlfriend could, the child could go on to school and just have a proper life and settle down and show everybody else who said Paul hadn't got a bit of hope that he actually does have a bit of hope in life.
I think they're the most intelligent animal going, because if you treat them with love, they'll treat you with love. It's like a human being. Like if you jockey it too hard, that's it. It won't go the next time then when you want it to. That's a cracker of a horse.
Back at Capure and the rest of the group are busy getting their projects together for the final presentation next week.
Now, whose is this?
Mine.
Okay, Norma, tell us a little bit on your project and why you chose this.
This one is, I am here to tell you about Nala and my learning difficulties. This one is dip your toe in the water and see if you like it. That's for people that don't know whether to go learn or not, or are confused about it.
The first weekend was hard.
Make your dream come true.
And then each weekend it seemed to get easier and easier. And now we're back to hard again because we're all going our own ways next week. So that's kind of revolving.
I was persuaded 2 weeks ago to write a poem, and I was given the tip to it. I was even given the title. Catelyn gave me the title, so I went to work on it. The day I went out, I went to work on it. My silence of deafness, with words of a hollow sound, that's my corner of darkness, where those words cannot be found. An isolation of loneliness, where walls have no doors. There's people all around, but I can't hear them, of course. Alone in my thoughts, where there's no one to hear, yet I hear voices, and that is my fear. As I huddle in this corner, where my thoughts are so deep, there are lonely empty spaces, but my hopes I must keep. There's light in this corner, it's bright I can see, of course, as I walk down that lonely passage into those open doors. Yeah, these are the houses we're staying in each week.
That's lovely, isn't it?
And this one, the women that's doing the cows was.
Is that, and this girl?
And that girl, yeah, she's from Cork. She's from Tala.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah, I think it's great, yeah.
And what were you doing? What was the activities that you were doing?
Doing that ballroom dancing.
How'd you find that?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you two left feet. He wasn't that great cards. He had to live with that. The playful little Vincent that used to be got lost. But now I see Vincent coming back to Vincent.
You wouldn't even dance, not even in the house. When we used to have our parties.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
See, I dealt with all that when I had to bring him to Blackrock, collect him. I seen what was going on out there. And that's why.
She came out to give us three a makeover. And then when she done the makeover, we told her to hold on to the clothes.
Very nice.
No.
To me looks great. The Vincent that I know should have been there.
She's from Cardiff.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's what I'm happy to say.
Where's this? This is a
I knew he forgot himself.
Yeah, that's the background.
I knew that all through the years, but you just forget about it yourself as well. And now that you see him back, Vincent, it's great to see it. I can tell by this anyway.
Yeah, look, we're all allowed to come together and without seem to be communicating better and making friends, you know. Because we don't seem to have a laugh and a joke with each other as well. You can have a laugh and a joke while you're learning and reading and writing, you know.
Yeah. I know myself how good this is for him. And he found a lot of himself. And he has. I think he's had to find all Vincent there.
Next week on Written Off, all 11 students will present their final projects to an invited audience of close family members and a very special guest. If you would like to improve your reading, writing and numeracy, call the National Adult Literacy Agency on free phone 1800 2020 65. That's 1800 2020 65.